Here we go. Break is over. And as Aaron Smith would say, we are back. That was bad for my voice. Here we go. I'm Chad Brendel. He's Aaron Smith. It is the Nightcap brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken. Right here on BearcatJournal.com. Let my voice recover for a second.
Goodness.
And
anyway, it's welcome back.
Yeah, that. I can't do that right now.
That's fine.
Well, took a couple days off. Did you have a good Christmas, Mr. Smith?
For sure. I did.
I like
And yourself?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Bounced around. Got Kelsey her Cotton Bowl surprise. So now she knows she's going. And of course, in typical Kelsey fashion, her first reaction was, does that mean I have to spend New Year's Eve with you?
Yeah,
Yep.
because she had such big plans.
Well, because we had told her she wasn't going to go, she had been making plans with her friends.
Gotcha.
And I was like, we'll leave you. We'll leave your ass right here. That's fine. Whatever.
See ya.
But we got a couple days worth of stuff to catch up on as we get ready to roll. We'll start with the news of the day. The Cincinnati Bearcats will not play the Houston Cougars on Tuesday night. Houston is in COVID protocol. I wonder how much it is. Houston is in scramble mode, trying to figure out what to do after losing two of their top 3 or 4 players for the season for injury.
Sure.
That's one of the interesting dynamics that go along with all of these cancellations is, are people hitting the pause button when they shouldn't be?
Well, I mean, it's not unlike Kelvin Sampson to have a couple wrinkles to play.
Right. So is what it is. Here's what I'm worried about, Aaron. The next 2 games, forget Houston. I'm going to look. None of us wanted to watch that Tuesday night.
You're not wrong.
Tulane and SMU, the next 2 teams that Cincinnati plays, they're on COVID pause right now.
That's great.
Yeah, so it might be a minute before we get a basketball game for the Bearcats. That part will be interesting. What we did find out today is that the athletic directors in the American are going to meet this week and discuss the policies. You have to imagine very much like the other conferences around the country, you're going to see that forfeit rule walked back. So I know it says forfeit now on the screen you're looking at, but
Yeah.
my guess is it'll be walked back and they'll try to make those games up as we go along.
I'd hope so.
It just, look, it's too rampant right now. You can't, if you continue to do that, your entire conference tournament's going to be fraudulent because it's just going to be based on like who got through larger swaths of the season without having to forfeit games, as opposed to who actually belongs where in the pecking order. So I would expect that to be walked back when they meet later this week. But as it stands, the Bearcats will not be playing Houston on Tuesday night. I know I believe everyone was supposed to, as they returned from Christmas, just like meet in Houston. And instead they were all headed back to Cincinnati to get some practice in. And hopefully, I don't know Tulane's situation directly. I've been running around all day, so I haven't had a chance to look at it. But hopefully they'll be able to go by Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to see a break from December 28th to January 9, but I mean,
December 22nd. 23rd.
Yeah, that's
20,
yeah. I'm
21st, whatever.
21st. Yeah, sorry. I don't know. I mean, I feel like you have enough days in between games as the schedule currently stands, with like 3-4 days in between games, that to schedule something in between shouldn't be a huge deal.
The problem is you've already maximized your out of conference.
Right.
So you're at 13 out of conference games. You can't go get out of conference games, and you can't just randomly start scheduling conference games because you don't know who you need. You're the starting line. You don't know if there's a game on, February 8th that's going to be canceled that, you could make up now.
Yeah.
So it's a tough spot for scheduling because you don't have any more out of conference games to burn. You're kind of on hold because the conference hasn't made a decision on what their policies are yet, right? And you're in a bit of a rough spot because you can't look, the crystal ball, the magic 8 ball doesn't work in terms of what games potentially you might need to make up and what teams are matches to do that going forward. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this this meeting of the athletic directors this week, because it's gonna go a long way in shaping the pattern and path of what we're going to see over the next 2.5 months, 3 months.
You think there's any chance that they move conference tournaments and the start of March Madness back to accommodate accordingly?
Probably not.
Just outside the box thinking, I guess.
There's so much money on the line.
And with no one really in charge of the NCAA, and you got
right.
like all these different conference heads just trying to do their best, which is never their best.
And the problem is they never agree. They're doing what they think, and this is the real problem. Each conference commissioner is doing what he feels is in the best interest of his conference.
Right.
So he doesn't care what you're doing if he doesn't think if he thinks it's different from what he's doing.
Well, and now you have the conference, the alignments and whatever, whatever they're calling each other. I feel like somebody should adapt like the conference coup and just be like the renegades who go against everything. They're just contrarians to everything going on.
And that's kind of the American in some ways.
Fair enough.
Football on the ground in Dallas. The team has arrived. We had a little quick press conference with Luke Fickell today. I'm uploading that on the YouTube channel as we record this. So you'll get a double dose. You'll get this, and you'll get Luke Fickell's press conference, arrival press conference from today. I believe we've got a media availability on the offensive side of the ball tomorrow, and then on the defensive side of the ball Tuesday. Aaron, this is real, man. Like,
to be the best, you got to be
very real.
Best.
Woo! To be the man, you got to beat the man.
He said it today. I love that mindset, though. I don't think he's scared. I think he's ready for what he was made to do.
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed with what I saw at practice over the past 2 weeks. The ones that we were permitted into, I think they're focused. I think they know what's at stake. I think they know what's on the line. I don't think any of them are scared. I don't think this is we're just packing our bags to go get our ass kicked.
Right.
And, like I've said, the trolls are hilarious of late, because it's like they think we don't know Alabama is Alabama.
Oh, you mean they're good?
Yeah. Oh, newsflash. Alabama might kick Cincinnati's ass. No shit.
I think you can respect your opponent without being scared of your opponent. There's a difference.
Of course. But it's the people I'm talking, like, the Bama fans or the Ohio State fans or whatever inferiority complex decides to grace my mentions.
UCF.
UCF telling me that Cincinnati's going to get their ass kicked. I'm like, you think I don't know that's a possibility? Of course it's a possibility. Alabama kicks a lot of people's asses.
Correct.
Because they've been a dynasty for a decade plus. Like, yes, of course. But I don't think this team cares. I think this team's going into it and saying, look, we're going to do the same thing with Bama that we did with Georgia. We're going to play our asses off. We're going to see where the chips fall.
They're playing with house money. Like, for the first time all year, they have no pressure outside of, like, oh, you could be the first one in the group of 5 to A, have made the playoffs, and B, turn this whole thing on its head. But outside of that, I mean, while that is a certain amount of pressure, it's nothing compared to you're undefeated and you have to win every game with style points in order to even have a chance, not to
Right.
get in, but to have a chance. And all the other shit has to fall in the right holes in order for this to go. And
Now you just got to beat Bama by 1. Now you got to line up and beat Bama by 1.
that's it. No style points necessary here. You just have to get the dub.
So we'll have plenty more. This was kind of our welcome back signal that that things are back. The lights are back on at Bearcat Journal. I wanted to make sure all you guys got a couple days with the family. We've been grinding it out pretty hard here over the past 4 months.
Yep.
So it's go time now. It's national semifinals. It's playing for a chip, playing for a championship time. And we are back full speed along the way.
And
When are you leaving for Dallas?
I was going to say we'll have BBP tomorrow. We'll have PTP on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I will be in a car driving.
Probably Bearcat Journal pod, BCJ pod on Tuesday as well. So those might overlap a little bit.
Like Dave said, 4 hours of podcasting for me on Tuesday night.
Yeah. Well,
Just
we'll go at 7:30 or 8. I might try to get Dave to go at 7:30 so we can get done by 9:15.
I'm just happy PTP is the second one that we'll be recording, and that's the one I drink in generally. So
one way or the other, if you got to leave at the end to go do PTP, that's perfectly fine. And then if you guys want, I can pop on over and visit, and
we'll figure it out.
Get this ball rolling, man. It's time. The biggest week in Cincinnati football history is upon us.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Stay tuned. We will be here all week bringing you as much content as humanly possible. He's Aaron Smith. I'm Chad Brendel. It's the Galactic Fried Chicken Nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya.